What up, everybody? It's your boy Crypto Gamer coming to you guys back again with some extremely crypto news and information. Now, today I'm going to be talking about the recent SEC ruling in which they declared that initial coin offerings and/or ICOs have the potential to be considered securities, and they actually had a ruling or a hearing where they were considering the DAO or the DAO a security token. Now, into the article, the SEC has opined that depending on the facts and circumstances of each individual ICO, the tokens that are offered or sold may be considered securities. If they are securities, the offer and sale of these virtual tokens in an ICO are subject to the federal securities law. It also issued a report of an investigation, if conducted, into the DAO, which is a decentralized autonomous organization. For those that didn't know what DAO actually stood for, the acronym, based on the investigation under the facts presented, the commission has determined that DAO tokens are securities under the Securities Act of 1933 and the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. For more information on DAOs, read the white paper so you guys can come over here. I'm going to actually have the link to this article inside the description of the video so all of you can, actually do your own due diligence on these links. If you are thinking about participating in ICO, here are some things you should consider. Now, I just want to break into the topic real quick, guys. My personal opinion on this SEC ruling about ICOs, I actually am in favor of this simply because for adoption to become widespread of cryptocurrencies, to become normal, and for the market to really expand, we're going to need these type of movements in the crypto world. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of, they're like scared and they're skeptical about the involvement of the SEC or the just government influence in general. But if you remember, guys, the reason cryptocurrencies aren't as big as they should be is because of the decentralization of this whole market, and everybody's just scared. Everybody's practically scared. It's like I actually heard one of the people I watch, his name is Crypto, he made an analogy to this, or a comparison, that cryptocurrencies, well, the market for cryptocurrencies is like the Wild Wild West. And what it's funny because it really is, and in order for people to actually, start coming in and pouring their money into this market, we are going to need some form of, regulation. It's kind of like with the Bible and stuff. Like a lot of people may not agree. There are a lot of people out there that may not agree with what the Bible says, but regardless of not if you agree with what the Bible says or if you're religious or whatever, you will have to grant and give it to the Bible that it has established regulations in a sense for people to live by. People, like, could you imagine a world without religion? Like a world without how can I put this? A moral code, like, if you will. Like, could you imagine that? Everybody would be just running around doing whatever the hell they wanted. Like, there's no sense of hell, heaven, none of that. There's no sense of afterlife. People just walk around and do what they want. And as much as there are people out there that I'm pretty sure would love that type of lawlessness, guys, like, you guys have to just put it in that perspective. Like, rules and regulations and just code makes everything flow a lot more smoothly. I'm not saying there's no hiccups here or there, but that's just how things are. Sorry about going off in that tangent, but getting back into what I was saying, yeah, we need these rules and regulations. This is a good thing. If you are thinking about participating in an ICO, here are some things you should consider. Depending on the facts and circumstances, the offering may involve the offer and sale of securities. So it's actually going to be a lot harder for people to actually, start doing ICOs. You can't just put some bullshit out. You can't just come into an ICO thinking, oh, I'm about to make a lot of money, and not put any thought into your platform, your coin, your product. This is actually a good thing. Like I said, I'm all for this regulation, especially this one. because there's so much BS being pumped out to everybody that it's kind of destroying the ICO market. Not destroying it, because people are going to get into ICOs regardless. But there's so much trash out there that it takes a lot of light from the things that really deserve the shine, if you will, really deserve the attention, really deserve to be invested into. If that is the case, the offer and sale of virtual coins or tokens must itself be registered with the SEC or be performed pursuant to an exemption form registration. Before investing in an ICO, ask whether the virtual tokens or coins are securities and whether the person selling them registered the offering with the SEC. A few things to keep in mind about registration. If offering is registered, you can find information just on sec.gov. Edgar, if a promoter states an offering is exempt from registration and you are not an accredited investor, you should be very careful. Most exemptions have net worth or income requirements. Although ICOs are sometimes described as crowdfunding contracts, it is possible that they are not being offered and sold in compliance with the regulations of regulation crowdfunding or with the federal securities laws generally. Like, basically, guys, do your due. I always say this. Like, this is something that I always push to all of you. Do your due diligence. Make sure you're not just jumping into something. Like, me personally, if I'm not looking at an ICO, I listen to my younger sister, and I follow other accredited crypto traders or people who have actually studied this stuff. When it comes to ICOs, and I will. That's how most of my information, was processed as far as when I involve myself in the ICO. Like, everybody I talk to about this, they actually know what they're talking about. They've researched it, they've studied it. They're not just speaking out of the A, if you will. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, like, regulation is really starting to happen for the crypto community. Actually, on Digibyte, I heard on one of the other crypto traders I listen to, they actually are starting to trade Digibyte in store at the House of Blues jeans, I think, in the Netherlands. That's crazy, because just the other day I was telling you guys on Digibyte that they were looking for a place to start their foundation, and what do you know? They're talking about the Netherlands right now, and they're trading using Digibyte in house. So it's like, wow, it's cool, just seeing the direction that adoption is going in, just the fact that we're already in this revolutionary market. It's crazy. Now, another article I wanted to bring up to you guys is that cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, is actually infiltrating the global art market. Miss Alicia Daddiani owns and runs an art gallery in London's famous Court Street. She is a passionate believer in the power of Bitcoin and other digital currencies. She's busy preparing for an exhibition of sculptures made from exhausts of former Formula One racing cars. That's cool. It's really interesting. In a first for the tradition by artwork of Cork Street, her international clientele will have the opportunity to pay using Bitcoin. The gallery will also accept other cryptocurrencies such as ETH Classic, Dash, Litecoin, and Monero as well. Wow. See, this is what I'm talking about. Adoption. This is so crazy. This is not it's not really crazy, but if you've been in this, it's not really crazy. It's just like, but for people who aren't, or on the outside looking in, like the skeptics they are, they're like, this is crazy. But moving on, this is not a demand-driven decision at all. It's intuitive, based on the way things are going. See, that's what I'm saying. People are looking at the future. If you want to thrive as a business, you have to make business decisions that are moving and progressive. You can't be stuck in your ways. You can't be a conservative that don't, like, in some senses of the word, being conservative is cool, but when it comes to business, like business model, like moving forward, as for not changing who you are at your core, but adapting to the times, you have to do that, especially if you want to keep up. And she's doing just that with her art gallery. She believes paying by cryptocurrency will become as normal as paying by cash or credit card. She also hopes it will attract a new, non-traditional type of art investor. Well, she got my money. She like when I'm out here like with hundreds of thousands of dollars in BTC and just in general, she's got my money. Like I'm definitely gonna check it out. Her artwork already sounds really interesting. Formula One cars, huh? She also hopes it will attract a new type of non-traditional art investor. Blockchain is a digital ledger or record of. Okay, we know that. How easy is I give my clientele my public key along with a legend. They use that to send Bitcoin to my account from their digital wallet or Bitcoin exchange. My wallet is linked to my personal account, so I can then convert these Bitcoins into pounds, euros, or dollars. Miss Daddiani is such a huge fan of crypto. She trades in them as well that she is launching her own version, DogeCoin, later this year. That's cool. That is so cool, man. I love this. Like it's the people. The people are taking it back. The people are taking control again, and is giving rise to new entrepreneurial endeavors. Like this is so like man, man. I won't lie, man. I love cryptos. I love cryptocurrencies. Just what they're doing for people. It's crazy. So crazy. Well, yeah, that's the article. I'm going to have a link to it inside of the description of the video. You guys can check that out. Well, I'm actually going to come back in a little bit and do an overview on a coin for all of you who actually came here for a coin overview. So don't worry, stay tight. That's coming in a few. Um, yeah, that's it. Remember, you guys can come over here to the channel. I broke 401 subscribers. I'm gunning for 500. Then my next breakthrough is going to be at 1,000. I appreciate all the likes, comments, the support, the dislikes, the negative comments. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. It just means to me that my opinion was out there and spread far enough that I'm actually receiving feedback and people care to hear what I say. Whether you care, you don't care for what I say, but you care to hear what I say. You know, it's a big difference. But yeah, this is your boy Crypto Gamer, everybody. You guys remember you can come over here, Bonus Bitcoin. I have a link to all my faucets, whether it's Moonlight Coin, this one right here, Faucet Hub. It's actually, you guys can come in here and just write down in the chat. Well, I'm sorry, you guys remain active in their chat room, their chat hub, and they'll make it rain cryptos on you. It's crazy. Like they literally just make it rain on you just for remaining active in the chat. I mean, don't just go in there because they have rules and regulations. Don't just go in there, typing dots, just to remain active, but engage with the chat community, and you will receive your blessings. Like it's kind of cool. It's literally like you're receiving your blessings. You can come in here and watch ads, get like 2,000 satoshis worth of it's cool. The link is going to be inside of the description to the video. You guys come on here, free DogeCoin. Guys, this is another one I actually found, Rocket DogeCoin. I actually haven't made my first withdrawal from it yet, but I plan on doing that as soon as I hit the 100,000. I don't want to promote it to you guys yet. I'm just kind of putting it in your faces. But this is something I'm about to look into because I've heard that a lot of faucets tend to not pay out. And, I've heard here and there about Rocket Doge, but I never got into it. I was just looking up different faucets yesterday, and this popped up as top 5, top 10, whatever it was. And I'm just bringing it to all of you so, you can check it out. I'm probably going to put the referral link, in there. Just, in the off chance that it does, not even going to say in the off chance, but let's say this is, this does pay out. I want all of you to know it's not like it's wasting your time. I mean, if you just have a whole bunch of faucets and this is just one that you click on, it actually adds up just like Moonlight Coin, Moon Dogecoin. The Moon site's basically all of those self-generating faucets that you guys can just go in and click, then come back a couple hours later, click again, those types. Well, that's it for now, everybody. This is your boy Crypto Gamer. Like, subscribe, comment, hate me, whatever, love me, I don't really care. All right, everybody, coming back in a little bit. Peace. I'm out. God bless.